Hello everyone, welcome back to the Jikook Diaries channel. No one was truly prepared for the night. The stage lights were bright, cheers echoed from every corner of the stadium, and thousands of purple light sticks sparkled like a sea of stars. But amidst the grandeur of the concert, one simple moment left millions of fans around the world breathless. As the music began to play and the two most anticipated acts finally stepped onto the stage, the atmosphere instantly transformed into something more than just a show. It was a moment so personal, emotional, and powerful that it made many say, "This isn't just a performance, this is history." That night in Tampa, as Jimin and Jungkook stood side by side under the spotlights, something unexpected happened. A small interaction, a brief glance, and a seemingly natural gesture sparked a huge reaction from fans around the world. The video of them instantly went viral. Comments flooded social media, and millions of armies couldn't stop talking about one thing: what exactly happened on that Tampa stage that night? Because for many, the performance wasn't just spectacular. It felt different, more emotional, more intimate, and perhaps more honest than ever before. When the concert began, the energy in the stadium was already incredible. Fans from all over the world had waited hours just to see their idols perform live. The screams were so loud it seemed to make the ground shake. Everyone stood up, raised their light sticks, and sang every lyric with passion. But as the music changed tempo and the stage lights dimmed for a moment, the atmosphere fell silent. All eyes were focused on the center of the stage. Then, slowly, two figures emerged from the light. It was the moment which sent thousands of people into hysterical screams. Fan cameras captured every second, and within seconds, video clips began circulating online. Many said the aura of the night felt different from the start. It wasn't just the powerful choreography or the steady vocals, but the palpable chemistry between them. As Jimin stepped closer, Jungkook turned with a small, genuine smile. There was no dialogue, no words. Just a brief glance was enough to make the entire stadium erupt in cheers. Some fans even admitted to getting goosebumps at the moment. They said the interaction felt spontaneous, not planned. And that's precisely what made it so special. Throughout the performance, the two seemed perfectly in sync. Their movements were in sync, their energy was unified, and every step felt meaningful. Even when the music reached its most intense parts, they remained visibly attentive to each other. At one point, as the song entered a more emotional section, Jungkook was seen turning to look at Jimin for a moment. The glance lasted only a few seconds, but it was enough to send thousands of fans screaming. Many said their facial expressions at that moment were incredibly sincere. It was as if they were sharing a private moment in the middle of the concert. The crowd, and that's what made that night feel so special. Because beneath all the grandeur of the stage, the lights, and the music, there was something simpler yet more powerfully emotional. Shortly after the performance, social media was filled with reactions from fans around the world. The hashtag about Jikook trended instantly. Video clips from the concert were viewed millions of times in just a few hours. Many of the comments echoed similar sentiments. They felt that the Tampa performance wasn't just a musical performance. It was a moment that demonstrated a closeness the fans had long felt. Some even said they were moved to tears while rewatching the video. Not because they were sad, but because they were touched by the warmth and sincerity of the interaction. Others said that the night felt like a gift to the fans who had waited so long to see them perform together on a big stage. And perhaps that's why the reaction to the performance was so overwhelming. Because for many, that moment wasn't just about entertainment. It was about feelings, about memories, about a connection that can't be described in words. Interestingly, some fans who were in the stadium said that the energy in the venue felt completely different from previous concerts. They described the atmosphere of the evening as more emotional and more intimate, despite the large audience. Every time Jimin and Jungkook were near each other, the crowd's cheers immediately increased. The big screen cameras even zoomed in on their interaction several times, making the entire stadium cheer even louder. At one point, as the song was nearing its end, Jungkook was seen making a small gesture to Jimin. It was a simple gesture, but the audience's reaction was explosive. Many commented that the gesture looked like a genuine show of concern. And once again, that small moment became a topic of conversation around the world. As time went on, more and more videos from different angles began to appear online. Each clip revealed new details that hadn't been seen before. Some fans noticed the way they smiled at each other. Others noticed how they leaned closer during the choreography. And still others focused on their facial expressions as the song reached its most emotional parts. All of these small details then woven together into one big story. A story of closeness, a story of friendship, and a story of a relationship that has developed over the years. For many longtime fans, the Tampa performance felt like the culmination of a long journey they had witnessed since their debut. They had seen Jimin and Jungkook's relationship evolve from bandmates to close friends. And that night, all those memories seemed to resurface on one stage. That's why the reaction to the performance was so emotional. Because for fans, that moment wasn't just about what happened on stage. It was about everything they'd been through together over the years. Some music analysts even said that one of the reasons the performance was so memorable was because the chemistry between them felt so natural. Nothing felt forced. No movements seemed staged. Everything felt spontaneous and honest. And that's precisely what made the audience feel so emotionally connected. When the concert finally ended and the stage lights began to dim, many fans remained standing. They didn't immediately go home. They wanted to enjoy the atmosphere a little longer. Some were seen sharing stories about their favorite moments of the night. Others opened their phones to rewatch recently recorded videos. And almost everyone agreed on one thing. That night would be a memory they would never forget. To this day, the Tampa performance is still talked about by fans around the world. Videos of the concert are still circulating on social media, and every time someone watches them, the same reaction always arises. Awe, emotion, and joy. Because in a busy and stressful world, such a simple moment can bring so much joy, and perhaps that's the true power of music and friendship. If you also felt the same emotional thrill while watching this incredible performance, let us know in the comments. Which moment surprised you the most at the Tampa concert? Was it their stares, their smiles, or the small interactions that made the entire stadium cheer? Don't forget to hit the like button, because your support means a lot to this channel. And if you don't want to miss out on the latest moments, interesting theories, and emotional stories about Jikook that always make your heart flutter, make sure you subscribe and activate the notification bell. Because on this channel, every small moment can become a big story. And every story always brings us closer to those we love. See you in the next video. Stay safe, stay kind, and keep supporting Jikook always.